Technology consultancy. We're the architects of digital dreams, building worlds with innovative schemes. From concept to creation, we excel. With technology, our stories to tell. Training tutorials, knowledge we share. To help you succeed, we truly care. Consultancy experts, we're here to guide your digital journey. Side by side, technology consultancy, that's our name. Solving problems, raising the game. Websites, since designs we create. Empowering businesses, sealing their fate. Technology consultancy, that's our name. Solving problems, raising the game. Websites, system designs we create. Empowering businesses, sealing their fate.
Okay, I don't know if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you, I think it's clear. So today we are going to be talking about safe internet usage. How to use the internet safely. This is going to help us to learn how to stay safe and protect our privacy online. There are a few points we're going to look at here. Or privacy and security online. Privacy and security online. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Now, the first thing we need to do here is to stay safe online is to keep your passwords strong and secret. Keep your passwords strong and secret. Passwords are secret codes to many accounts on digital devices. Now, passwords are not something we're supposed to forget about. Passwords. We need to practice how to have a unique password. Unique password, for example, of a unique password. But since I will send this file, let me do all of the private stuff here. So an example of a unique password here could be, we said yesterday, a unique password should be a combination of capital letters, small letters, punctuations, and numbers. So if I want to make, and your password always, it should be something you will remember. So let's say, for example, for me, I have 4 unique passwords. 4 passwords, whether on any one of my devices. For example, my Lone Star mobile money, I have 1 password. That's the same password I use for Orange, except where Orange requires 4 digits, I just drop 1. For my computer, I use 1 password. For my phones, I use 1 password. So the password I use for my phone is the same password I use for my computer. The same password I use for Orange mobile money is the same password I use for Lone Star mobile money. Then when it comes to email, all of my emails, I use 1 password. For all of my emails, I use 1 password. And any other accounts online that I'm registering to, for example, social media's account, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, any other social media or any other accounts. Maybe I'm doing a course online and it requires me to register. I have 1 password I use always. So I have 4 unique passwords So there is no way that maybe a device will come before me, maybe even 10 years ago. 10 years ago that I put a password on and then I forget the password because I have 4 unique passwords. So if I try all 4, if that device doesn't open, I say to myself, I'm not the one who put the password there because I don't change password. And my password are not easy, are not something easy that you can get. And that's something easy that you can get. So let's say an example of a unique password. So I will say, I want to use my name ITician. Let me say this is my name, and I want to use this name as my password down here. So I will say this is okay, then we can say in addition then underscore so this is a very strong and unique password. So you see I use an exclamation sign, which is a strong password required, or punctuation. I use capital letter, I use small letters, I use capital letter, I use another or sign here, underscore, and then I use number. So with this, it's not something that someone can easily guess. It's not something someone can easily guess. You understand? Another password again could be even this, or this is a unique password. Maybe you just add or the number 2. These are unique password. You understand? This is how we create a strong and a unique password. With this, it's not something someone can easily guess. It's not possible. Even using or how you call this password guess software, these are strong password that they cannot guess easily. You understand? So one thing we need to practice is to have a unique password. You should not reach to a device before you think of generating a password. Have a set password that you always use, so that when you reach to a device, meaning that password is what you use frequently. So this is how we create a unique password. This is just an example of a unique password. So they say we should use a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols in our password. Use mixed letters, numbers, and symbols to get a strong password. Then what you need to do is to change your password often. Reason why this is suggested in many cases, we mostly log in on a website, maybe on a web page, and they will ask you to save your password so that when you come back the next time, you can just log in. I strongly advise you don't do that. I strongly advise you don't do that. Why do I advise that you don't do that? For example, on this computer I have, or if you open your browser, you open a browser here, you will see these 3 dots in the upper right hand corner here. Usually these 3 dots, when you click it, you go downward. We are looking for passwords. Click passwords. Other browser will say password manager. You click passwords, that will load. When you click password, you will see all of the places that you have been, the site that you have visited, you have saved your password. For example, here they say one site, this is Google. I click on Google, it opens. Okay, this is a password I created for I think this is a school. Yes, I created something for them. I created an email in a draft. So you look here, you see this password I created for them. It always save in your browser. It always save in your browser. So once you save your password in your browser, the browser remembers it, or on a website or whatsoever place they ask you to save your password, that place remembers the password, so that when you go back another time to log in, you can just log in. Now, why is it risky? Sometimes there are other or spies who send you links, who send you messages, which we'll talk about later, that once you click to it, they have access to your entire computer, and they can even come here, any part of your computer. Once you are on that network, they can even come here and see those passwords. You understand? That's one reason we don't need to do so. And once we don't trust that website, we don't need to save our password. They just log in and leave on there. At any time you come back, you can still log in your password, because you know your password. So you can just log it in and go back there at any time. So don't learn to save your password. Even on your phone, don't save your password. Every time, don't be too lazy to enter your password, input your password. Try to input your password. Avoid sharing personal data with unknown websites. Avoid sharing personal data with unknown websites. Now, there are times we log in some forms or log in other places on some websites. They will ask you to put in some personal information. For example, they say first name, then they'll come down and say last name, optional. Don't stress yourself. Skip that. Sometimes someone just come over a link. There are links people sharing all around on WhatsApp mostly, and say, or maybe people donating computers, or people sharing money. I just want mine, you can win yours. And as you just click that link, they will ask you to register with your name, your information. How secure are those websites? Sometimes spies create links. Sometimes spies create links. If sometimes you want to be wicked, you can create a link that will maybe shut someone's phones down or computer. You just create that malicious code and then convert it to a link and just send it to someone. Something feature that you know someone will click on, like what is passing around mostly on WhatsApp. Say, or I just did this and I won or so and so cash. You can do the same thing by clicking on this link and register to win your cash. Once you click that link, your computer starts to misbehave. The malicious or how you call software starts to misbehave and do what was executed by the engineer or who did that to do whatsoever. Sometimes once you click there, the person have access to your phone. They have access to your device and can see any information you have there. One of the first security is physical security. What do I mean? One of the first prerequisite of security or privacy is physical, meaning avoid giving your cell phone to other people to use it. Avoid giving your laptops to other people to use it. Look, there are many software now that when you know what that software can do, when you just have an idea of what that software can do, you will never even want to leave your device on the table with another person and go come by. There are software now. I have not seen the Android version of it. I've only seen the Apple version of it. Once you install that software on your iPhone phone, just take any phone and stick the phone together, the edge of the phone together. Open that software and just stick the edge of the phone together. The person or SSD, their subscriber identity, their number will be scanned to that next phone where you have that software. You have the person number. You don't need to ask them for a number. Just take the phone and stick it together. It will pay. Why? Phone use microwave. Phone use wave frequency. There are software you have on your computer. You can just you can even remove password from a computer with just a click, just 2 minutes, and you'll see all your files. Even smartphones, plenty of funny software. Even this, or one of the software, old software, but very strong, powerful software that is very strong. You can delete password from phones and even see all of the information the person have there. You can delete passwords from phone and see all of the information the person have. A very good software that I use. I have an experience in it for almost 10 years now, because I started using this around 2013, 14. But then I never even had much computer knowledge. Very good software. We use it for formatting forms. We use it for flashing forms. We use it for a lot of different things. We use it for removing FRP protection. You understand? This is it. This is it. This is it. It's called Miracle Thunder. We usually call it Miracle Boss. So now, I don't know. So now, if you look here, let's see, for example, on our Android phones. Let me click Android. What can we do? It can clear. This software is capable of clearing all of the codes. It can wipe the factory and reset the phone. It can read personal information. It can reset your Gmail. Maybe you have other emails that have been deleted from your phone mistakenly. It can reset that. It can fast reboot the phone. You can install any application from here to that phone. You can reboot or recover any information. You can read the pressing pattern. Hello. Yeah, Joe Ma, just speak quickly, please. Joe, if you're not talking, you got. So another thing you can do, it can read the NVRAM. You can back up your contact. You can restore app that was deleted from the phone. You can enable the phone to all languages. You can reset your MI account. There are a lot of things you can do here. Lot of things. You can restore SMS here. Deleted SMS that was deleted from the phone, you can restore it here. You can back up SMS. Software is not restricted to any computer. You can install it on any computer. The only thing you need to know about your computer is whether your computer support 32-bit or 64-bit version, because every software has two architecture, either a 32-bit version or 64-bit version. So how do you know that your computer has a 32-bit or 64-bit version? Open any folder on your computer. Usually on your left hand corner you see this PC. Right click this PC, you see properties. Click properties. When you click properties, usually open your computer settings. Now it tell you your computer name, which you can change at any time up here. It tell you the processor you are running on your computer. It also tell you the RAM you have. It tell you your device identity. It tells you the product that has to do with the operating system. Then down here it tells you now the system type. The system type. So I'm running a 64-bit system. This is how you know whether you are running a 64-bit or 32-bit. It also tells you the type of Windows you are running. I'm using Windows 11 Pro or Professional. So you open a folder, right click on this PC, click properties. You see the architecture here, which is the system type. Once you are running a 64-bit based processor, meaning you need a 64-bit version of that software. If you are running a 32-bit, you need a 32-bit version of this software. So this is how it works. So there are lots more of software. If you have done that to many websites, you save your information there. There are two ways to do it. I can more than two ways, but I want to show you two ways you can do it. One way, you have to go back to that website and then delete your password, or you go back to the browser you use, like I just show you here. When you go back to your browser, these three dots, click on it. Other browser tells you password manager. Well, I'm using Microsoft Edge, so I see passwords, and you click on password. When you click passwords, you will see all of the sites that you have saved your password on using this browser. All of the sites you save your password on using this browser. For mine, I have only used one site where I save a password to, so I can click on it here. Now you will see the button called delete. When I click delete, this password is not there any longer. So that's one way you can do it. Another way, you go back to that website and go to your account. You see password manager or password something. It depends the UI, user interface, or you have the user experience to be able to delete the password. But this is the preferable way to delete your password, using that browser that you use. I hope that answers your question. So use another way again we can stay secure is to use encryption when sending sensitive information. Use encryption when sending. Encryption means to just enclose, to just enclose, to be able to close your or information so that it cannot be opened. For example, one of the best and simple encryption method is converting a file to PDF. Converting a file to PDF. This is one thing many people don't, or many people have issue with. Now, PDF just means portable document format. PDF. It just means portable. This is a format that when you convert your file to, it cannot easily be edited or tampered with. 1, 2. If you convert a file or document to PDF, that document cannot be edited, and it helps it to also keep it in the format that you created it in. For example, using Microsoft Offices, if you use an earlier version to create a document, for example, you use Microsoft Office 2007 to create a document, and you converted that document to PDF, or if you didn't even convert it, but you transfer that document to another computer with a later version of Microsoft Office to open it with, maybe 2016, the format that document was created in will be different from the format on the 2016. It will change the entire format. Sometimes it will scatter it. So, but when you convert a file to PDF, it remains in that format no matter what machine you put it on. So how do we easily save a file to PDF? In many or Microsoft Office documents, or there are other PDF converter special software that can be used. But in many Microsoft Office documents, you just click on your file icon tab here. You come down to Save As. When you click Save As, down here, they will ask you for Save As Type. Right under where you can enter the file name, Save As Type. In front of Save As Type, you click there. In this list, you look for PDF. This is PDF. So when you click PDF, meaning you can save a copy of this file as PDF, and you just select the location you want to save it. Is someone there? You just select the location you want to save it here and click on Save. You have a PDF copy of this file. You have a PDF copy of this file. So this is one way we can encrypt our information. Encrypting your information also meaning don't leave it plain, don't leave it open and send it. Another way we can stay safe online is to log out after using shared or public computers. Sometimes your school have a lab. You go to the lab to use the computer. They don't allow you to put pen drive. You log in your email to send the information to your email. You leave your email there. Sometimes you go to the cafe. You want to use the cafe computer or someone's computer. When you are trying to send a document to someone, mostly maybe you write an application and you want it to remain in that same format, you did it. Or any document you want to remain in the same format, you did it so that the reader can see it in that same format. You use PDF format. And yes, so it can also be reversed to the same or Word document or Excel or whatsoever. If it's a prior version, you did it on 7 or maybe 10 and carrying it to 16, you want to open it in Word document, all you need to do is just a moment, is just identify the file. Once you identify the file, for example on my desktop, you right click. When you right click, you come down, there's an option on the computer usually that says open with. When you click open with, it will load and give you a list of all of the applications you have on your computer down here. So now this is Microsoft Word. You can decide to open it. I got Adobe Audition, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Reader, I got CorelDRAW, I got many other applications that you can open it with here. Even you can still look for another application on the computer here. So it's possible it can be reversed. So always, whenever you use any computer, you try to log out before leaving that. Sometimes you borrow someone's phone to send information, you log in your information you need to log out. So what can we do to avoid online threats? What can we do? The first thing, we need to be careful of emails or messages that are asking for personal information. Remember, your personal information should be secure to you. Sometimes we just take these things for common. But before logging in your personal information on any website, you got to verify that website. Check the website link before clicking on it. The first thing you're looking for, this is HTTPS. It means Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Many websites are not secure. Many websites, many links are not secure. So before it be secure, you or those who hosting the website will make sure that you are verified and what you are asking the user for are all valid before they can give you their hosting platform. So this is a protocol. HTTPS is a protocol that many web browsers use to have access to resources on the internet. Do not download files from unknown sources. This is one place we always encounter virus on our computer. By downloading files, the best place we can get virus from on our computer is from the internet. And when we download a file, because there are many open source free websites we download files from. Yes, it's free because we are not buying it, but we download a lot of virus. For me, I'm a victim of that. I'm a victim. There are just few. You check my computer, there are just few software here. Few, maybe 5 or 6 that I pay for. But the rest of it, they are open source software, free software that we don't pay for, and we use that on a daily basis. So how do we protect our computers, our devices from this thing? We understand that our country, we are not maybe financially potent, or there are no taxes or fines on using pirated websites. So what do we do to stay safe? Keep your antivirus up to date. Now, there is one antivirus people normally use on their computer. Is called SmartApp. S is green. I think SMADAV. That antivirus only works, it only removes virus, it only get rid of malware when you pay for it, when you are using the pro version. But the one most people have on a computer, when you slot in your pen drive, It only see the virus and tell you that this virus is present on the computer. This is the amount of virus present. This is the location. Is it? It does not remove virus. You always see a scanning. After scanning, what does it do? You not see killed for it to kill the virus. You not see remove for it to remove the virus. There is no command, unlike you're using the pro version. Seamlessly, I will advise that when you are using Windows 10 or Windows 11, forget about all of those pirated antivirus. Windows 10 and Windows 11 comes with its own strong antivirus called Windows Defender. Very strong antivirus called Windows Defender. If you search Windows Defender, you will get it. Or just press your Windows key and say Defender, D-E-F-E-N-D-E-R, Defender. When you open Windows Defender, you will see a Windows Security. This Windows Security, under here you see virus and threat protection. If you click virus and threat protection, you scroll down here. They tell you virus and threat protection updates. If you have not been updating your computer, there is something you need to do regularly. This is different from the normal update that we do to the computer. This one this update only protects the computer from virus and malwares. It only updates the security portion of this computer. Has to do with the antivirus portion. So if you come here and click protection updates, it's going to load and download its own update automatically. All you need to do is get the computer connected to a device, to an internet. This is all you need to do. Get the computer connected to an internet. So once the computer is being connected to an internet here, you come here and say protection update. Like here, the last time I updated this was, I think, today by 12 o'clock when I downloaded some other. Right after I download anything, I come here to update it. Though it's already updated, but you just need to do it or frequently. So report suspicious messages or websites. Sometimes you use other websites that you know are suspicious, you can report them. Like maybe Facebook now, you can report someone page when you notice they came with fraud, or GSM company when number call you and try to say all kinds of things, maybe to blackmail you, you can report them. So until we learn to protect our data and stay safety online, we are going to be up to task, and we are going to help ourselves to improve our digital literacy skill. So we stop here for today, and we take questions if there is any. There are other websites that does not make this thing compulsory. They say it's optional. Sometimes they only ask for your first name and say your last name is optional. Those optional spaces, you don't need to bother them. That's one. Two, there are other websites that require resources like your personal information, and before you have access to that resource, you need to provide your personal information. So I'm saying you need to be sure of the website, that website is secure. If you look up here in my browser here, this website I'm using, you see HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure. So this website I'm using here is secure, meaning it's guaranteed that you can even report it if there is any error or fraud. But there are other websites that does not have the S. Stay away from those websites that does not have the S, meaning it's not secure. So hope that answer. Yeah. Okay, thank you. There are many ways. One, you observe the link to that website. I said verified website will always have HTTPS, or if you observe this link here, is where you can click on that link, is where you can view the website information. You view the website information, and this website, once the link is locked, meaning this website is secure, is safe. Once it is locked, you see S. Once it's not locked, there is no S that are going to be there. Sometimes it might not be your website, it might just be your link dropped to your WhatsApp. You observe that link, look through the link. There are times if you are not sure of it, don't click on it. But there is no straightforward way that you can verify if a website is a pirated website or is a fake website. There is no straightforward way. You just need to use your maybe digital literacy skill to determine that. You press your Windows key on your computer. When you press your Windows key, you search for Defender, Defender. When you search for Defender, 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 you will see Windows security. When you click Windows security, Windows security will open and you will see virus and threat protection. When you click virus and threat protection, you scroll downward a little bit, you will see virus and threat protection updates. Under virus and threat protection updates, you will see protection updates. You need to click that. Do that frequently. Before doing that, because it's going to download update from the internet, so your computer needs to be connected to the internet. If you don't still get that, you can still get the playback of this and watch it later to help you. To connect your computer via the internet using USB cable, there's a setting in the phone call. When you go to your phone setting, you see mobile network or hotspot and tendering. You see hotspot and tendering on your mobile phone. You click hotspot and tendering. You see USB tendering. When you click USB tendering, they will ask you to put it on or off. Once you put it on, make sure that the USB cable is connected from your phone to the computer. Once it is on, you just put your internet on and your computer will be connected. Using wireless means you need to use the phone hotspot. Firstly, you have to set up your hotspot with your username and password. Then you connect it to the computer and enter your username and password. If you try that, it's still giving hard, and just send me a direct message to my WhatsApp or Telegram. No, there are benefits. There are benefits in using paid software, right? And lesson software. There are benefits. You notice there are other features you will have and other privileges you have. You talk to the manufacturer strictly with a direct email, and they respond you quickly. When you are using paid software than pirated software or software that is not lesson. But lesson software, you have a lot of features. Okay, thank you. Let's take another person. Okay, let's take another person we have not talked to yet. Who's here? Elizabeth Chichi, let's take you, man. Welcome. Thank you. I'm going to do that. We just had an issue yesterday with the software I was using, like I said. I'm going to do that hopefully today. It's the Windows key and arrow. When you press Windows key and arrow, it will open the run command. And you just type the percent sign, TEMP, percent sign, and press enter. That is percent, 10%. When that opens, sometimes they will ask you to continue. All of the files that you see in there, they are not useful to the computer. Highlight all of them and delete it. They are not useful. Yes, that is one way. Another way, you go back again, window key plus arrow, remove the percent sign from where you put it. Just say TEMP and you hit enter. All of the files that comes again, delete all of them. They are not useful to the computer. Sometimes they tell you to click OK and continue. you do that. Delete all of the files you will see there. Sometimes all of them might not be deleted. They will ask you to skip because the computer might be using some of those files. Yeah, you delete it. Yeah, you delete them. Okay, thank you. Hope that helped you. Once you got money on your, oh, that's the only way. That's the only way I know. That's internationally, that's how it's done. They only deduct the money for the software you want. You can be having 1 million, only the money for that software. When the software is $23, they're going to deduct their $23, and that is done. They don't take more than what is expected. That's how it was programmed. Because they're going to, the software you click on, that's the information of that software. What the software requires, the amount the software requires is what's going to be deducted. That's how systems are built. All in all, you need to trust the website you are sending your information to. Just look on, look on my screen. This is what happening quickly. If you are using your cell phone, you have to long press on the mail. Long press. If you are using computer, you click here, and then you have the delete button here. You click delete. When you click delete, this mail is still being kept here for 30 days. You got to look down, click on the 3 dots, you see trash. That mail is still in your trash. You have to go there and delete it from your trash to free your mail. So if you want to delete it from your inbox, you have to go to your trash and delete it from there also. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It was nice having you today, and we hope to see you tomorrow, same time.